Greetings, Marsh here, and welcome to episode 306 of my modded Factorio playthrough. In this episode, we are going to see if we can do some more research and improve the factory. Enjoy. And it's again kind of surprising that you can have 22,000 research and it just kind of completes on its own. For now, I kind of just want to hit anything that we might actually use for any future builds, because we could do some future builds, but if those builds, say, required an assembly machine, why not just do those assembly machines now so we'll have them ready? And a lot of these tiers are basically the same, and now that we have reliable titanium, we just put all that stuff in so we can get a faster assembly machine. And we'll remove that for a bit. Let's see, we can do salination plant 2. And that finally gives us the ability of taking saline water and turning it into salt. So now we won't have to waste any saline water anymore. That anything we have on hand we can just turn into salt, and then that salt can be turned into acids and make things a little more efficient. That's part of it. We might as well grab it, because if we did this we'd want to do it in a salination plant anyway. So we might as well hit it. We can wait on power, because that's kind of a tangent to what we're trying to do now. And then advanced chemistry, when we have our tier 4 of all of these, and we definitely want to make sure that there's nothing weird in any of this. Critical to note, though, is that we finally get the advanced chemical plant 2, which is required for anything that has 3 fluid inputs or outputs. So we've been having the plant 1s for a long time now. And just a bunch of other stuff that's just related to chemical processing. So we hit all of that. And that does give us water chemistry, but we can wait on that for later. And then there's thermal refining to do tier 4 of ores, but we can wait on that until we need the tungsten. And we can finally get an upgrade to our electronics assembly machine. We've been running reds for so long now. But we can do the better ones. So sure. We've got metallurgy 4, doing the purple tier of all of our casting machines. Sure, why not? Of course, then from here, we'd want to cover all this other stuff. So actually, in that sense, maybe not, since we'd probably want to do that when we're ready. So much stuff. It's hard to even decide. Yeah, let's do these for now. Looks like our stone resources are at 80k now. So they are processing away. I suppose we could try to handle all of these batteries. What is our power like? It's okay. Well, this is certainly going to kind of nuke it a bit. Well, how would our power pattern fit in here? Because it's this big. So we probably have to kind of pick a spot to put it and then sort of go from there. So this seems like a decent place to start it, and then we'll just see where it ends over here. I almost want to go down there and place them manually. Or at least the robot zones manually. Because when we deconstruct some of this, we're going to lose our robot zone. So it might place a little faster if we're down here. So it goes over there, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We can just pick somewhere for it to go, and then maybe don't hit that robot zone. Like right there. So a robot's on the way. Well, kind of, it's hard to tell. Oh, there they are. They're on the way, and they are very fast. And they all need to charge at the same time. Alright, well, they're going to be working hard, so let's start placing this. And it looks like it would go basically right there. Because once we start getting a little bit of this placed, then the robot networks will start to line up and cover themselves, so more and more of these can be placed properly. And hey, it actually kind of lines up. Okay, now that the robot zone kind of overlaps, we should start to see some robots helping us. And they are, and our accumulators coming down. Yep. Are these connected on both sides? Looks like they are connected on both sides, so it doesn't hurt the network any to split them in half like this. And there's as far as the robot zone went before. So I guess once all this placed, we can lay the concrete down again. Oh wow, we got all those things already. And now we're finishing up with Reach again. Well, I'm kind of surprised how not much time all these supergiant researches are taking. Well, this might take a little while. Increasing the player crafting speed up to the maximum. So, have fun with this. Factory. That's a couple 100,000 researches it has to go through now. And it looks like this actually is not connected. We definitely want to make sure that it is connected, so we'll just run that up there so the robots can charge themselves as they need to. And they're starting to show up. So how is this going to line up here? Oh wow. Well, it won't line up with the stair steps, but it does line up with other elements. So now we got to figure out how to get this in here in a clean way. We could just kind of place it where it fits and not even worry about the landfill, because we're probably going to have enough of these. So maybe we should just be clearing everything out. Not that the water matters that much, but I guess we could take up some extra water for the purposes of this one right here. I guess we can place this as well. Steal some more land here and barely allow any left for the fish. Not that they care, but that tiny little canal will be enough for them. And we are now at the point where we can cover up the rest of this. And it'll take quite a while for all of this to equalize. Also take quite a while just to place all these, because we can basically easily walk through this farm still. But the rest of these we probably don't need. We can just pick them all up. I guess we'll just basically pick up all the fish too. Funny thing about the fish is they will have somewhere to go, because we do have a fish farm, so any fish that are picked up by bots will find a, air quotes, happy home. Probably not too happy because they're going to be turned into mush, but they will have somewhere to go. Since the robot network doesn't go out this far, we probably need to help here. And that takes care of most of that, but I noticed crushed stone warehouse is overloaded, which it shouldn't be. It looks like these bypasses are working, but it's not consuming the stone the way I would expect, so you should probably check that out. So this is enabled if stone is below 70k. So I guess it's getting stone from elsewhere? I'm not sure where. Well, this is the only belt that's going in, so maybe it was from here. But I think the fix for this is to have two on conditions. One of which is if the mineral sludge is low, below the 10,000 that they were initially set to, with the green signal, and then the high point, which I guess would be 80 for that. So if crushed stone is greater than 80,000, it would turn on. And let's see here. This signal actually has both on there. So now they're all running, but we need to switch these to green has to be greater than 0. So we're getting a green from all of this stone. And actually, with our faster belts, we probably could pump through this even faster. Oh, and I see we're getting stone from our geo generator here, so that's probably how it got overloaded. But it ran, it filled this up, and of course we're just in the process of researching better machines, but let's give them the speeds anyway. And now what's it waiting for? The slag slurry again, and it's out of the sulfuric acid, but it kind of looks like it's just not connected. But no, I think it's connected. I think we just don't have any oxygen. No, we do have the oxygen. So there's sulfur dioxide gas. But it's empty because no purified water. Oh, is this a situation where a pump got replaced? And it just took a while? Nope. I was just an idiot and I picked up the pipe. I guess while we're here, we'll give it a better one. So now all this should be going. But I think we're kind of short on oxygen, so it almost doesn't matter. But I think we definitely could upgrade those. And it looks like we now have the better ones. I guess I'll just manually build them for now. Because that gives us way more module slots. So is that supplying the sulfuric acid to this? Yeah, kind of. Although it's just low. And also that's below 80,000, so it kind of doesn't matter anymore. Well, this seems to have basically caught up in the process of upgrading these, but we still can set the machines to be upgraded. And wow, those were chemical plant 1s. Whenever the new machines become available, which should actually be reasonably soon here. And we'll do the same thing with hydro plants. There we go. And now that a lot of these are running, it looks like they are beating these, and that's because oxygen is at 100% again. So definitely going to have to do something about that eventually. But as long as it's basically holding out, I'm fine, and it does seem to be basically holding out. And that's working again. Crystallizers are going, making lots of acid items here. So it's all looking pretty good. Let's go up to the bus and make our new machines. Oh wow, they put all the accumulators in here because there wasn't enough room for them. Well, I think we can turn those into requester chests because it's not like these things are going to be moved around logistically. So we want high capacity accumulators, making big requests, and they will eventually find their way in here. Okay, we've got a bunch of tier 4 items to put on here. Let's do the assembling machine first, but I don't think we made it here. Yeah, it was up here, but it basically had its own little bot bus to do it anyway. So, same concept, just in smaller scale. So what are we going to need? The 3 titanium items and gears. So basically 4 belts, and unfortunately there's a lot of overlap here. Okay, I think we've got it. So let's copy this again. You know, we probably could just do yellow inserters at this point. 4 per second? Yeah, totally. And we'll use our new faster inserters. Set this to our purple, and it is basically about twice as fast. And those are some actually pretty big requests, but oh well. Let's set that to 10. That one can stay at 50. And then there it goes. Set the amount we want to 0. And then request our 50. And then the same thing again. Although I think we do need to set this though to the correct filter. There we go. And same there. Although this is set to the wrong thing, so the filters were wrong. That was quick. Made all we needed. Say we want 0. And then we want our 50. So that takes care of everything in that menu that we researched. We did get salination plant 2, which will be nice for processing that salt. So let's grab it. And it looks like we have some throughput limitations, but it's basically just the belts. And we could actually upgrade this to faster belts. The bus wouldn't be able to keep up with it over time, but it would do it in short bursts. But I think it's okay. It'll balance out in the end. Well, the first tier of salination plant is here, so we can just say 10. And then copy the entire thing and put it kind of close somewhere. So how about like right here? And now we can use our new machine with our extra module slot that we really don't need, because using 2 of each of these basically gets it to minimum of 80% for both of them. So there's really no point in even putting a 5th module in there. I guess we could do speeds, but it just doesn't need it, to be honest. So I see no reason for it. Okay, that uses pretty much all the same stuff we've already delivered here. So let's make some requests, and it's making tons of them, but we'll just let it go. Okay, let's check through here for anything new we've researched. Those are just the lasers from before, and the turrets. So yeah, I think the other thing was just all of these new machines here. Some of them can't actually go straight across. Like that, and that one, and that one. So this would be the chemical plant, liquefier, the electrolyzer. So we need the advanced chemical plant, the gas refineries, and basically all of that. So we still need quite a few machines after this. Well, I suppose we can kind of just copy it then and put it places where it doesn't seem like it would upgrade. Let's do all of these spaces here. So gas refinery, advanced gas refinery, oil and gas separator, oil refinery, and the cracker. Then we gotta find all of those in here and make sure they're set to the maximum of 10 items, so we don't just make a ton of them we don't need. Right there, right there. And yeah, this is something we can just kind of sort of click on everything, because it doesn't really matter too much. Do we have the oil refineries? We do. Maybe I just couldn't where's Waldo them because there's so many things here. So we turn that on. What about the oil and gas separator? No. I guess we could make them. There's no reason why we couldn't. Well, if that's the case, we might want to make them in line. Gas refinery? No. Advanced gas refinery? No. Okay, I guess we'll have to make them in line then. It's kind of a lot to make here, but I guess we should, because sooner or later we're going to need more. So we'll do the 3 tiers here. Got to get the modules in here. It's not too much of a difference in this situation, but it does save us power and pollution, so we might as well. Okay, we do all of that, and those ones fill up. Then all of these should be set up. Let's make sure they work. Yep, there it goes. Inserters are swinging. Let's see, let's do the advanced gas refinery. So we would need the advanced one there. And then the first tier would go here. Let's make sure these start up. And this is kind of going to be in a weird spot, but I assume sooner or later we're going to fill it up there, so it doesn't really matter. So gas refinery 3 now. Guess we can leave the original one here. So we do gas refinery 2. Gas refinery 1. Guess we just handcrafted all those things, because we just didn't need very many of them. So we get all of these going. It's a lot of resources just in various chests here, but it's kind of how it works. It's better than having Belt Mageddon going everywhere. And how are we doing for our repair packs? Still doing pretty good here. And we're making our items. So I believe that covers them. Whereas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what's the thing that wasn't done? I guess it's the advanced chemical plant, it seems like. Let's check to see. Well, I guess we can check to see if we're making the advanced one. No. Then we can check to see if we're making the regular one. We are. Well, we've got a spot for it. And just let it start up. So many resources so quickly. Interestingly, we maxed out on nickel ore again, I guess just because we needed the resources for something else. But at least now it's not a major problem. It just means that output might slow down a little bit, but now that we're using it on making iron, we will be able to grind through it reasonably fast. So what is being requested to run here? Oh, it's probably the iron, is my guess, because it's relatively low. So we'll just let it happen. Well, there's more research we can get going. And what do we want to hit? Well, Solar 3, that's the end of the solar chain. Requires a previous tier and then some of those resources we already have. And we do use a little bit of solar on the factory. It's being less and less of the total that we do, but still, it would be nice to do. We might as well throw it in there. Let's see, better radars. Sure, why not? At this point, it's kind of just do this, do that, do this, do that, and see what happens. And certainly a lot of the better robot stuff. Definitely like to do that, but let's wait a little bit. We could start handling that chrome that we're piling up, but I kind of want to wait for that until we have some of this other stuff taken care of. Sure, we'll hit that better transformer. Now it handles a gigawatt. I don't think we would need that much, but we've got it hit now. And let's do the logistics in a bit. There's better beacons. Requires a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of circuit boards. There may be a day when I use them, probably not anytime soon, but we'll hit it so it's in the list now. And sure, let's just grab vehicle fusion cells, because why not? And we will change the order there. Let it go through, and we will deal with it later. And that's the end of this episode. On the next one, we're going to give the factory a pass and see if there's any byproducts that we can recover and improve efficiency. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.